bring your food and you can eat it inside the venue.
Oh, I remember that email.
Boom, test.
And every day that you date
at night. Remember that email when he was like, it's okay if you come here and cry, just bring your own tissues.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Hi everyone, I'm Charlotte, the girl, and this is
Zianda. I'm Zianda, guys. Forever Zianda on YouTube.
Yeah, so we actually have done a video together now. It's on her page. I'm going to link it up here right now, but don't log out of the video. You'll watch that at the end, and I'll link it again at the end.
A Freshers Advice video.
Yeah, a Freshers Advice video. So go and check that out. But the video that we're doing here is going to be everything that we hate about. Yeah, it's basically a rant. I'm being messy. Everything we hate about uni. And let me start this off by saying I love UCT. I worked really hard to get into UCT. Like, I was like, I can't see myself going to Stellies. I can't see myself going to Vids. UCT is where I want to go. So with that being said, all the points that we're going to make are basically going to be about UCT. But that's not to say that we hate UCT, but obviously there's things we hate.
And also, like, UCT is the only varsity that we've been to. Yes. So,
yeah. So everything we hate about uni, this will be also like just like UCT, like academic stuff, and then non-academic stuff. I think we can start with like academic stuff because the non-academic stuff is more enjoyable. But for me, the first thing that I hate is that some courses get a lot of assistance, which is beautiful, but some get very little assistance. And depending on like how your brain works, some people work well alone. Like they can study, read notes, and their brain just grasp everything. But for me, I need to be like going to sessions, working with other people, like what we call tutorials, which is when you work in a group and go through answers. I need that to do well.
And I need it as a pass, guys.
It is a pass. Another thing that I don't like, I would say this is more of a commerce thing, is just the lack of regard to people being people. Someone needs to have died. You need to have gotten sick. You need to have something that's like a proper document. You can't
solid excuse.
Commerce, they have no like mercy.
They have no remorse.
They have no mercy. Remember that email when it was like, it's okay if you come here and cry, just bring your own tissues.
Oh yeah, I remember.
They literally said, you can come here and cry. We're not gonna do anything to change your stuff, but bring your own tissues.
I remember. I think it was an exam.
Yes. But yeah, if you're getting into commerce, if you're getting into any of the big faculties, I would say other than humanities, because you guys have like smaller classes. Any faculty where you have 1,000 kids, they don't care.
They really don't care because
they don't care.
If they let their hearts, if they open up their hearts, they feel like
it'll be 100 students saying the same thing.
Overwhelmed. Yeah. I do understand, but sometimes I feel like they overdo it sometimes. Like they just don't do too much, you know?
So yeah,
like,
that was
have a bit of.
That's something that's
a small
like, because they always
please.
tell you in high school, oh, they don't care about you. I was like, they're dramatic. Then you come and you're like, yo, they really don't care.
They really don't
You
care.
can cry in front of a lecturer like, this is what happened. Like, they don't care. As long as you don't have that piece of paper from a doctor that says, there's no...
A valid paper too.
A valid. Also, they say valid reasons because they hold the right to say this reason isn't valid.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you have a doctor's, it needs to be something like...
you could have came to school and sprayed it around. Like,
yeah,
you know?
like Corona, that's a valid reason. Another thing that I don't like about uni is the time we write. Tell me, why must I be on campus at 6 at night? At night, sorry, I'm shut.
It's okay. Like,
I get riled up when I
makes me so angry. Like, oh my gosh, when should I cook? When am I gonna eat?
For me, I'm lucky because my parents stay in CapeTown, so they just come and pick me up. But I think about, what if someone's coming from Kailija?
Yeah.
Like, how are they? So it's very classist to assume that everyone has a safe mode of transport home. To have an exam that ends at 7:30 in winter when it's like...
Sometimes it's a paper that ends at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you have to wait for a jammy.
And the jammy
takes time.
And then they end. Don't they end? Sometimes the jammies would
end.
Because people fill them up, especially like our degrees. There's like
Yeah.
1,000 people, so they like at least half of them stay on rest, so they need to take the same jammy you want. So even if a jammy comes whilst you're waiting, you may not get inside.
Yeah.
The lack of regard for other religions other than Christianity. Like the other time they wanted students to write on Eid. They said, bring your own food. I'm just exposing UCT. They said, bring your food and you can eat it inside the venue.
Oh, I remember that email.
You can break your fast inside the venue. Sorry, this is not funny, but like, I'm like, are you serious when you're typing that up? Do you think that's serious?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Would you ever tell someone when it's Christmas?
Who typed that out?
I have to cover
I'm
the
not gonna
names.
name her, but Miss.
And it's not just like Muslim kids, also like Hindu kids, etc. Why is this a yearly thing? Like, why do you have the same issue?
Why is this an
every
issue
year?
now? Because Diwali did not start last year or something.
Yes.
It has been.
Why don't you just factor it in every single year and not just wait? Because I'm pretty sure there's years where people just don't complain, they just don't care. But why are you even banking on that? Why not just make it a policy that, okay, we like, you don't have to end lectures and things, but we won't put tests, like something someone absolutely can't miss on that day.
Yeah.
Like that, I think that's very problematic.
Very
And that also goes to the whole, like, every single year, the whole delay with registration. That's a yearly thing. Every single year there's a delay with registration.
I'm gonna cry every time I have to register.
Yes.
I feel like their offices in general are just slow to like process anything. You just need to know someone inside. You know. Yeah, like UCT must work on that.
Yeah. It can't be. That's the thing is, like, most of the things that I'm annoyed about, it's not a now thing. It's something that's been happening for at least the past 10 years. Like, also, they always say, oh, it's because we're short-staffed. So hire more staff. For at least just for January and February, if you know that's when you're going to do the registration, they could even hire students to do that. And then you know, okay, I'm only going to have a job for January and February. That's it. They don't have to hire someone full-time. But you can't keep using the same excuse every year. Like, you're number one in Africa. Act like it. You sent an email, like I sent an email, and then they responded to me when we had already started school.
Yeah, I heard
Like,
that.
like a month into school. And the people not knowing what they're doing. The employees not knowing what they're doing.
Listen, we
Do
are
better.
telling you. Listen, we're inside. Take it from us. But also, I'm actually gonna get serious now. Like, this is a very serious matter. I actually don't like how they neglect serious matters such as number one, at UCT they prioritize plagiarism. Like, you see, like in a case where plagiarism is like is involved, the authority is like a full on involved. But like in cases like, I would say assault or harassment or what else,
I know
serious matters, they're very slow to act,
and they're very lackluster with their punishments. If you're saying you don't want to expel them, suspend them for 6 months. Like, the punishment doesn't fit the crime.
I also don't like how we have to protest to get attention for serious matters. Because you're aware that there are students that have not registered. You are aware that there are cases that were reported, and why aren't they dealt with? You know, why do we have to protest for things to be taken seriously? You know, I really don't like that about uni. Let me not.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's also not like just a uni thing. I feel like it's an essay thing. That like change only comes through protest. Yeah. Like, people have to really do, and people have to do like out of pockets protests. Like, they stop you from going onto campus. Like, if they just do the like normal protest with the with the posters like on campus.
Yeah,
and
the
stuff,
silent
there's no
seriously.
they need to take you. They only take you serious when you start blocking people from going to campus. disrupting lectures and stuff like that. But if you try and do things in an amicable, respectful way, then they don't change. That's also the problem, is like people want to complain so much about UCT protests and say like, oh, the protests are like such a hindrance, like why couldn't, like I want to study, why don't I have to go to school for 2 days just because someone wants to protest? Firstly, that's selfish, but secondly, it's because of the institution. The institution is not willing to listen to people when they're doing peaceful stuff.
Actually, you're right, they do wait
up until it becomes like you can't go on campus, actually disrupting
it actually started as a peaceful protest.
Yes.
And then like they weren't listening, and then that's when, even so, it didn't become like a violent thing. They just blocked roads.
Luckily, it didn't get to that stage.
And also, before you have comments or opinions on protests, please check your privilege. You can't just you can't talk about other people's struggles when you don't relate to them. Honestly. Check your struggles, check your privilege before you.
And it's also, some people think like privilege is like it's like a bad thing. We all have privilege in some way, and that accepting that is like the first step to realizing that it's not like you're not a bad person for having this form of privilege.
The thing is, I have a certain group of people in mind. A certain group of people who will always be like, why are people protesting?
But the thing is, they know they have privilege. So I think like we've spoken everything academic. We can go back to academic.
Okay, wait, I have one last
one more. Make it fast.
I hate the workload.
It's
cool. I feel like, especially being in UCT,
like if you're in high school, nothing will prepare you for the jump to uni. Uni, like a book that you would have used for 2 years in high school, you use it for 6 months. In uni, nothing can prepare you for that.
And everything is fast paced.
Everything is fast paced. Before you know it, like you're like, oh, I just got the hang of this. Boom, test.
And every day that you date.
Every day is uni. I saw this tweet. Uni is like matric every single year. Like the matric year in every single day.
Matric finals every day.
Every day. That's what it feels like. Every single day you have something due. Like you don't get chance to breathe.
Fantastic. I really don't like that about you.
No.
Honestly.
Yeah. What, like for me, and like now getting off school stuff, I would say one thing I don't like is like people don't like approach each other as much, I think. Or do they approach you? Or maybe I just like
people.
You approach people, yes, because that's how we started talking. You came in over to talk, but like in general, people don't approach people a lot. Like I sit on the steps regularly, and like I'll be with my friends and we'll be laughing, but like I don't think there's very much that like culture of like you'll only get to meet someone if you go out to like a party or you go out clubbing, and then they're like, oh, I go to UCT, and you're like, oh, you go to UCT as well, or like something like that. But like on campus, unless you meet like an amazing angel like Sianda, in general, people don't approach each other, and it's like that makes it even weirder now when I want to, because it's like, okay, is it gonna be weird? Are they gonna be like, oh, why are you coming to sit with us? but like there's like one thing I will say is there's cool people on campus. There are cool people.
What I like about uni is that there's everyone for everyone. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Like if you feel like you're an outcast in varsity, trust me, you'll find your people in uni. And also, no one cares about people in uni. Like, no one cares about how you dress. Honestly, I feel like it's a choice. Honestly,
it's a choice.
Nobody
will ever look at you on campus and be like, oh, she's just wearing full outfits of tracksuit. Like nobody cares.
Yeah.
So whatever you choose to wear, know that no one is judging you. So you don't have to pressure yourself to be something you're not. But I will say people do appreciate nice fits. Yeah, people do
if
that.
You want,
like if you want people to approach you, that's what I've realized. People either approach me because I look stressed, and then they're like, what are you stressing about? Oh, are you writing like if you're outside a venue? Or because my fit is nice. But then I'm so awkward because I don't know what to say. I'm like, thank you. Then the conversation's like, So who are you? But like, yeah, if you want attention, then do it. And it's not a bad thing. I'm not judging me. I like attention. I like people speaking to me because I'm scared to go to speak to people.
I like being told that, oh, I love you. I love you. It's like an attention seeking thing. Not seeking, but like.
I think it's healthy. I think it's healthy affirmation. I think it's much better than being like to your friends, do I look nice?
Yeah.
Do I look nice? It's better to just dress nice and then everyone's like, wow, you look nice. Because then you get the compliments without like seeking it. Because I think attention seeking is when you're like, oh, I don't like my outfit today. And then you wait for the other to be like, oh, your outfit's nice. Like that's attention seeking to me.
Yeah.
But like just dressing nice is not attention seeking.
Okay, I genuinely like dressing nice. That's it.
Yeah,
Let me
same.
just put it that way. Like,
Same.
You'll never find me looking like a rat.
Okay, you'll see me if I'm doing my all-nighters now. I've got to know when the rat lifestyle is what makes you sleep nicely under that table. Yeah. I remember something.
Yeah.
I hate how full the jammies to Claremont get.
People say
It's ghetto. It's ghetto, especially between 4 and 5. If you go earlier than that or later than that, it's fine. Between 4 and 5, nah, man. Why am I smelling someone's pits? Cease. That's, yeah. I wish there's more spots to like sit and just chill. Because now uni's getting full.
Yeah.
Last year it wasn't at 4.
What I don't like about uni now, it was nice when during like the COVID like restrictions and stuff like that, because we were so few. And we had sitting spots and all that. Now school feels like a mosh pit.
Yes.
Everyone is there.
I agree. It's like nice to see people when you're like just looking at them walk past. But now when you're going to your normal sitting spot
and
then everything, all the seats are taken. That's when you're like, okay, you guys need to go home.
I wanna go home.
Where were you? Like
Where
you guys
last year? You need to go home. And you know it wasn't even fully full now. Like I feel like next year's when we'll see like full.
next semester, right? Like it's gonna be full.
Yeah, but like I don't like full uni. I hate the jammy stairs, the Sarah Butman stairs. What are those called?
I hate UCT stairs.
I hate the stairs.
UCT has so many stairs.
It's a cardio. When you go to uni, start practicing doing stairs because you will need to do it. And then you get to the top and there's people sitting there. So you can't be breathing like... So you're like, you're too in. But yeah, thank you.
I take breaks, like you know, on the plateau or like the flat surface. I do take breaks and be like, okay, I don't like breathing, you know, because that's embarrassing.
What about if you're in a rush, babes? If you're in a rush, you ain't got time for that. But yeah, I think this is everything we hate about uni.
Yeah.
That all being said, uni is fun.
Uni is fun.
It is fun. You may have some bad experiences and bad moments that really feel like your lowest points. But like for me, I've just been enjoying it. I've been enjoying like the flexibility a little bit.
Uni will play with your mental health and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, it is like, it's not so bad. Like honestly, if you were to ask me to choose between high school and uni, I would definitely choose uni.
Thank you so much for watching. This video may be a little bit long, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you get into whatever uni you apply to, whether that be UCT, FITS, Stellies, and I hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoy your uni experience. I hope you find things to love, but also it's normal to find things to hate because you'll never love something fully.
Yeah.
So if you have anything about your uni, if you are in uni that you don't like, comment down below.
And also things that we missed.
Yeah, I think we missed some things.
I feel like not some, a lot.
Yeah.
Because we always complain. Like when I'm in school, I'm always
complaining. Yes. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Go over now. This is your reminder to go and watch the Anders video. Yeah, we had fun with that one.